First order of business, VidCon! I am going. If you have an interest in meeting me, I have an equal interest in meeting you, and so if you'd like to arrange something, you can comment on this video, or tweet me, or just somehow contact me, and we could probably find a time to meet up. It would make me super happy, so yeah. Second order of business, Somerville, Massachusetts, my hometown. For this video, I thought it would be cool to just kind of show you around where I grew up. But before I do that, just a little background. Somerville is, in my opinion, an amazing city. It has a ton of culture and art and diversity, and it's only about 2 or 3 miles from Boston. It's not exactly like a popular tourist destination. There's some important landmarks, but in this video, I'm going to be talking about the landmarks that are important to me. I hope you enjoy. So every year on the day before Memorial Day, Somerville has a huge parade, which features Somerville sports teams, musical groups, and of course, war veterans. My family decided to drive there for the day to see the parade and spend some time with our old neighbors. Driving in was really weird. I got a glimpse of the upcoming day and the stuff I was going to see, as well as how much Somerville's changed since I moved 3 years ago in 7th grade. After visiting the neighbors and hanging out with Maya, who did not want to be filmed, it was time for the parade. The parade was really fun. It had a lot of music and soldiers, as well as these really cool cars with clouds in them. Also, a lot of candy. But it was what happened after the parade that was the most fun for me. Our first destination was Central Park. Central Park was, well, very central to my childhood. It was where I spent a ton of time during the weekends, and also where I sustained probably 90% of all the injuries I've ever gotten. There is this huge tree at the park with a ton of carvings that I always wanted to write on with a knife. One day my dad let me draw a line, but sadly I couldn't find it. Though, I did master the art of running up the yellow slide, which was something I was not previously able to do. And, with a little help from Maya's brother, I mastered the art of running down it. Stop number 2, my old school. I was only able to look around for a couple minutes, though I did manage to record the elementary school playground, the middle school playground, and this room here, which I'm pretty sure is my kindergarten classroom. Here's where I got 10 teeth pulled in 6th grade. This is where I used to go sledding during the winter. These are the train tracks which I walked down once. This is Poop Hill, where all owners bring their dogs to go to the bathroom. Lucas, don't stand there.
Yeah, I wouldn't stand there, Lucas.
And this is the corner store which I always used to go to with my dad to get ice cream. And last but not least, this is Davis Square. Davis Square is a center filled with a bunch of people in college, a couple really awesome shops, and quite possibly the best ice cream store ever, J.P. Licks. My dad, brother, and I stopped by here just before we hit the highway, and I am glad to report that the ice cream is just as good as it was 3 years ago. As I was walking around revisiting all of these places of importance to me, a lot of memories were coming back, of course, but I was also noticing how much Somerville has changed since I moved. For example, my favorite slush store is now some weird cafe. The corner store has this lame new manager. My old house is completely renovated. The room I spent the first 12 years of my life in is now a master bathroom. All these changes and differences brought up the question, is the new Somerville similar enough to the Somerville I grew up in to still be considered my home? I think the answer to this question is yes. It doesn't matter how much it changes or how long I move away, Somerville is the place where I grew up. It is the place where I experienced the world for the first time, and it will always be my home.